What if I told you that Tyler Durden was an extreme environmentalist? So, from the Fight Club movie, we know that Tyler absolutely hates consumer culture because of its negative effects on people. But, in the novel, Tyler often alludes to consumer culture's toll not only on humanity, but also on nature. I want you to take a look at some of these quotes from the novel, and I believe from these quotes, we can solidify the fact that Tyler Durden is an environmentalist of sorts. So here's quote number 1. I'll preface this quote by saying that Tyler's talking about his new desired world post-Project Mayhem. And here's what he says. What's left of mankind will retreat to empty zoos and lock itself in cages as protection against bears and big cats and wolves that pace and watch us from outside the cage bars at night. So in his desired world, Tyler's essentially talking about the reversal of roles with nature. The idea of humans locking themselves in cages for protection against wild animals, as opposed to the current norm, animals being caged by us, symbolizes this return of power to nature. There's environmental tones, obviously, because it suggests a world where human beings no longer dominate the earth, and animals which have been oppressed and controlled for so long reclaim their freedom. Moving right along, Tyler says recycling and speed limits are bullshit. They're like someone who quit smoking on his deathbed. So in saying this, Tyler is clearly somebody who subscribes to the climate crisis. He's essentially saying the Earth is already doomed, and he's implying that these superficial actions like recycling are just too little too late. He's saying that these minor individual actions, they don't address the root cause of ecological destruction. Tyler rather sees them as mere small token gestures that allow people to feel good about themselves without making any real change. Now, moving right along to the last quote, it's Project Mayhem that's going to save the world. A cultural ice age, a prematurely induced dark age. Project Mayhem will force humanity to go dormant or into remission long enough for the Earth to recover. So, here, Tyler Durden's clearly an environmentalist because his goal of Project Mayhem, one of them anyways, is to allow the Earth to heal. And remission is also such an interesting choice word used here because remission is a medical term, and it implies that humanity is like a disease that needs to be paused and remissed in order for the Earth to actually recover. So this kind of goes without saying, but human beings take a drastic toll on the Earth. In the modern world, we modify ecosystems, we build complex societies, we exploit resources at unprecedented scale, deforestation, pollution, extracting fossil fuels. You might be wearing a cotton t-shirt from Bangladesh that's been sourced, dyed, packaged, shipped halfway across the ocean, driven to a location, packaged a little bit more, and by the time it gets to you, there's been a sizable carbon footprint attached to it. This perspective of how human beings and activities and modern culture itself damages the environment is called negative ecology. And based on the above quotes, this is clearly an ideology that Tyler subscribes to. Negative ecology, again, like Tyler Durden, it questions this human-centered view that places us as separate from and superior to nature.
You are not special. You are not a beautiful or unique snowflake. You are the same decaying organic matter as everything else.
And it explores how this mindset can contribute to ecological harm. Now, I've mentioned a whole bunch of times that Tyler Durden is one big walking contradiction. So just as he spews out pro-environmental rhetoric, we also have a quote from the narrator, aka Tyler, saying this: I wanted to destroy everything beautiful I'd never have, burn the Amazon rainforests, pump chlorofluorocarbons straight up to gobble the ozone, open the dump valves on the supertankers, and uncap offshore oil wells. I wanted to kill all the fish I couldn't afford to eat and smother the French beaches I'd never see. I wanted the whole world to hit bottom. Now, suggesting that he wants the whole world to hit bottom, it does kind of tie into Tyler's environmental message of believing in the necessity of total collapse before any genuine change or renewal can actually happen, As you may know from some of my past videos, Fight Club has this obsession with rock bottom, because according to Fight Club, it's the only place that true change can take place, especially amongst us human beings who are creatures of habit who often reject change. Plus, the narrator feels that if he can't experience beauty and fulfillment, then no one else should either. He would rather see beauty obliterated than remain as a constant reminder of what he can't have. Nonetheless, the essence still holds that this is a contradiction to his, aka Tyler's, previous environmental theory. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's breakdown. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you soon.